Initial reaction to Olivia mentioning that she wanted to possibly compete in her fitness endeavors, I just thought, wow, like I know you like to work out and everything, but that sounds like a whole different ballgame.
Hi, so my name is Olivia Mbalekwa, and I'm a national level bikini bodybuilder. I was kind of just an avid gym goer for like quite a while, from I would say about like 17, 18 till I was like 20, 21. And then I would get questions and people would be like, "Oh, like what are you working out towards? Like what are you doing? Are you preparing for a show?" And I at first was like, "No, I'm just working out for life." But I looked into it a little bit more, and then I got some feedback from some other coaches and then other people in the industry. And a lot of people said, like, "Hey, you should consider doing a show. Like, you have a lot of the physical requirements and like natural genetics to like potentially do really well in it." So I registered for my first show, got my CPA membership, which is the Canadian Physique Alliance, and then I just took it from there and entered my first show in August of 2018. I remember one of my first shows, they called my name. And you got maybe like 4 girls standing on the far side of the stage. And I got to walk in from this side, do my routine, and then hop in the line. So they called my name and I literally went. I walked all the way to my position and just got in the lineup. I didn't do my routine. They're like, "Okay, and would you like to do your presentation?" And I was like, "Thank you. Like, I would love to do that. Like, that's really cute. This is what I came here for." When it comes to food, that's a huge part of bodybuilding. Nothing touches my tongue that hasn't been on a scale. I'm like pretty adamant about knowing what time I need to eat and how I need to eat and what I need to eat. And then also like cutting and stuff like that, getting lean, trying to burn more calories than I'm eating. And I'm also trying to maintain like a certain level of protein intake. Getting enough greens is like super, super important during the prep, because you're kind of getting to a very low state with all of your nutrients, seeing as you're only eating a very limited amount of food items. So it's important to get some micronutrients from all of your greens and supplements. And here we're using asparagus. I've got regular chicken breasts. Typically, if I wasn't in prep, I would add some sodium or salt to that, but just because of the strictness of the diet is that we don't want to like add any extra sodium to retain water. That can cause extra bloating and make you look larger than you actually are. I got a puppy last year when I was in prep. Can you stay there?
Stay. Good boy. Good job, Liz Jen. You're so good.
I'm usually with my dog or cooking food or hanging out with my roommate, which is also my best friend. My support system is quite large, I would say. It's interesting in the sense that like I have my family to support me, but a lot of them see like the detrimental sides, one could say, of like how it impacts you and how you become like very focused and goal driven, to the point where like occasionally I have definitely put my own like desires and goals and my own like routine in front of other relationships. Anyone who is like against it, like highly against it, or doesn't like the way it impacts me, like they're kind of seeing it from almost more of a selfish perspective, which is something that I've learned for even how I view other things. It's not easy, but it's also not the hardest thing ever. There are a lot more difficult things that you'll go through in life. I would really recommend it to someone who like is very driven in their goals and is a goal-oriented person and wants to challenge themselves. But I also don't recommend it to people if they're not already healthy before, because it does put some detriments into your natural like functioning of your body. In bikini, it's a lot less than, say, figure. They kind of want you to maintain a sort of healthy and full look. They're kind of looking for more cap-rounded shoulders and high glutes, so butt muscles, and then like a pretty tiny core, so it's kind of an hourglass figure in reality. So posing is definitely, I would say, one of the most like crucial aspects of being a bikini competitor, because you have to have like the total package and like be able to present yourself on stage at a really short period of time. And one of the main things that you get is your presentation round, which is the first time the judges will ever see you. So you start off when you're like off stage at this point, and you basically have to do your best walk onto the stage, hit the center pose, transition to your side, transitioning to your back, because it's actually only 2 poses. Oops. And make sure to hit your marks each time.
From the minute she walked on the stage, you could hear the audience's reaction to her.
143. Let's walk.
They announced her, and it was just like the most, I can't even explain it. It was super, super exciting. Just an amazing feeling. I was super happy for her.
I definitely think that by 10 years from now, I would like to have stepped on the Olympia stage at least once. It would be very nice to say that I've been crowned Miss Olympia in bikini, but I can't guarantee anything. And I definitely know that if I wasn't to get to that stage, like I wouldn't, well, I mean, not the physical stage, but if I wasn't to get to like the first place winning in my 10 years, then I wouldn't want to, you know, hold that against myself for anything, because I think that could cause more damage than even getting it itself. We typically eat, breathe, and sleep working out, and either being in a kitchen or in a gym is how I feel. But those are my favorite things to do, and I honestly kind of wouldn't trade it for anything.